What childish thing do you still do and don't plan on ever stopping? Toxic trait: I can't eat hard-boiled eggs without ketchup. I started doing this as a kid to the horror of my family. Every time I go to eat a hard-boiled egg, I go through this series of events. I think, this time I'm gonna eat this egg like a normal person. I'm not a little baby. I take one bite of the hard-boiled egg. Every fiber of my being forces me to get ketchup and pour it on the egg. As soon as I reach the yolk I devolve. God damn it, I am a baby. Edit: this might not be generally childish, but it's the most regressive thing I do. During winter nights I can't help that I pretend my car is a spaceship flying through stars. 30 is coming up faster than I would like, but it can't catch me going light speed. Acting silly every so often. Just yesterday, I entered an elevator with my adult kids. I went straight to the back and put my face in the corner and stayed there. One daughter asked what I was doing, the other said I put myself in timeout. When the doors opened, I turned to exit and see there was someone else in the elevator assessing my weirdness. I was embarrassed and my daughters were laughing their heads off. Good times. Almost my daily life. Ask a lot of questions just because I'm curious, dance on the street, laugh out loud with, or, jokes, draw on dirty windows, pet every doggo I see on my way somewhere, touch everything, asking for permission first if it isn't mine, and many other things. Living without worrying about being seen childish or cringe is the best way to live. I really love stupid earrings in weird shapes. Currently I own astronauts, 3 different dinosaurs, hard plastic bags with little fake fish inside, frying pans complete with fried eggs inside, 3 different butterflies, the chomp plants from Mario which munch your ears, Stitch which chomps your ears, a tiny T-Rex which chomps your ears, rubber duckies with sunglasses, and more I can't name off the top of my head. I still watch childhood shows, such as SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron, and Recess. I also watch Simpsons too, but that's not a childish show emo as it's at least aimed at teenagers but is definitely aimed at the adult market too, especially the older seasons. Hit the toy section and toy stores just to see what they have. I may not get anything but it's fun to see what new stuff has come out. Usually what I do buy are card games and pocket-sized games. I love a good card and pocket game. How much does it matter to you if a cute/potential date have close to zero social media presence such as a very low Insta followers count? A 15-year-old high school co-op student I'm working with right now says this is totally weird and quat. He's told me stories about girls and stuff he's met that have a small Snap score or not many followers on IG and he treats it as if it's a red flag or something, which as a 29-year-old I cannot understand how he would even come up with that assumption. That is a very immature mindset for someone to have, like the fact that someone doesn't spend all their time with their face in their phone constantly as a turn-off. So unless you're a teenager, this shouldn't even be an issue. If you're a grown adult with this mindset, it's probably time to reevaluate some things in your life lol. Is this an actual thing people think about? If you have a date with someone you don't know, and you're checking out their social media to try and suss them out beforehand, that's fair enough. But if the query is would you date someone you know who has zero social media, then the answer is yes. People who are obsessed with their influence on social media need to bore on. There's a big world out there. Social media doesn't and shouldn't affect how you live your life, who you spend your life with. I find that a lot of people who have a huge social media presence will often do things to post on social media. Like, almost all their actions become for the purpose of posting to social media. I had a friend who I would do cool things with, like skiing, rafting, skydiving, etc. A lot of the time she is just worried about getting a good picture, and didn't enjoy just being in the moment of doing that activity. She will also annoyingly have me take pictures of her throughout the process. When I met my partner I didn't have Facebook or Instagram. I had 2 photos online and in both of them my face was obscured. We joke about it now that I could have been a catfish. I can totally see how having zero social media and very few/no photos might be a red flag to some people, especially now versus 10 years ago. Safety is a concern, and although people joke about Googling people, it is a good way to discreetly find out more about dating someone who is a compelled stranger. I think for me when I was single, I always wanted to see their Instagram page to make sure that they were real and I didn't want to get catfished. The number of followers etc. didn't bother me, as long as it looked the account wasn't a fake one you know. Few horror dating stories changes your perspective but yeah the lack of followers/online presence wouldn't have bothered me at all. They have so many health concerns you haven't told anyone about, so you just kinda live with them and it makes you miserable? People know about mine, but they don't understand and that's worse. Yeah but financially I'm fine. I don't want to worry others with concerns they cannot help to resolve. Yup. And I'm way too poor to try and get diagnosed with anything. And hearing stories about how hard it is for people to get a diagnosis, I figure I'll die from something eventually. No clue what though. Day listen to a song again because you didn't feel the emotion as much as you used to? No, but when I find a song I like I will listen to it on repeat and obsessively try and learn every note and lyric. Is this weird? Yes absolutely. Or if I space out momentarily I have to start it over to fully feel it. I had to rewind Voodoo Child because I didn't fully appreciate it. No, but if I find a song that's really good, I'll have to listen to it again. What are some ways women can help to support men, especially when they're struggling? My man used to just shrug it off when it comes to his problems. Now I can sense when something is bugging him and I don't straight up ask him that you look upset or something. I just ask him about his day, how is he feeling and gradually he opens up. I have done this a million of times, so now he just comes to me. He even cries now, and the first time he cried he said he don't even remember when the last time he cried. I was shocked how men suppress all their feelings. One time he said I was. So I called you, you call me. I will cherish this line forever. I'm the self-help type of guy, where I would prefer to have a quiet time to deflate and to analyze things. Going out for dinner or cinema, and any other activity to distract me from the issue doesn't really help. My significant other knows this, how my mind works, so she gives me time whilst I figure things out. On a regular day, I always prepare our drinks, tea for her and Americano for me, but on these kind of thinking and struggling days, she prepares our drinks. She also gets me a slice of cake, my fave choco mousse. So yes, for me, quiet time, coffee and a slice of cake, all to boost my mind in finding ways to solve the issue. Keep confidences. When I tell you something about myself, that is between you and me, and should stay that way. I'm not in a relationship, but a couple months ago I opened up to my mom about some personal insecurities that I've been dealing with, and the next day my little sister is emailing me about them. I decided that day that I will no longer be opening up to my mother about any personal issue, which sucks, but it is the only way I can protect my privacy. I don't want my problems broadcast to the world. It doesn't make me feel seen or understood, it is a betrayal of trust, and only adds to my fears and insecurities about myself and those around me. A lot of good advice here. I think something women can do for the men in their lives is, get him out of the house and around other guys, in a space where we don't have to worry about what women will think of us, and we can open up to other people who are literally going through the same things we are going through, or they have gone through it. There's a lack of men-only spaces in the West. I always have to repeat, this is not a supportive he-man-woman haters club in every city. Men need chances to be around men. Just like we need time with our significant others, it's a different type of social interaction that is not getting fulfilled. What should a husband do during periods? Personally, I am very lucky not to have very bad periods. I do feel really gross though, so the men around me can best help by just ignoring the issue and carrying on as normal. Just let me be, and don't comment on the box of tampons in the bathroom, the towel magically appearing in the bed, me eating more, periods make me hungry, grabbing a painkiller, being a little less active, and certainly not on how bad my skin gets, or how bloated I look. But those instructions are specifically written to assist in dealing with me on my period. They won't apply to everyone, especially not those who have hellish periods. Your best bet is to ask her what she needs. Keep lots of water handy or sports drinks depending on what she likes. Hydration helps the cramps. Make sure the tampon/pad basket is full. I like to have a handful of feminine wipes available as well in the bathroom to clean up. Have clean towels ready for showers or time. Have her favorite chocolates and fruits handy. Make sure ibuprofen/Midol is handy and available. Lower back massages. Do more household chores as her pain could be very intense to the point it's hard to do some cleaning. Pillows and blankets available as comfort is going to be a necessity. And most importantly, keep in mind hormone changes and period symptoms can cause intense mood roller coasters, so just be patient. Just don't assume that anything emotional I say is because of my period. My emotions are often stronger, but it also means they're more on point when it comes to serious things. Do not write them off unless you want to get punched or an angry crying session. My boyfriend noted that I get more aggressive and tell him off more easily. Just be nice. It differs for everyone, and even day to day. Some days I might just want cuddles and a hot drink, and some days I'm going to need my partner to not be around me or touch me as much. Sweet gestures are appreciated, and when she leaks, just start a hot shower, tell her to get in and fix the rest yourself. Wildly appreciated. Also, proper meals? Hella hunger during periods. Bring your wife her favorite snacks, make sure she's comfortable, be there for her. If she needs it, a heating pad would be good. Also, try to be more understanding and patient than usual, especially if your wife tends to become more emotional during that time of the month. I, for one, can be easily irritated on my period. I do know your wife though, so do what you think is best.